hi, Jaquie. Nice to see
Yeah.
you. Can you tell me a bit about yourself and what you do in maritime?
Well, I started sailing as cadet in 2005, and I was licensed third mate in 2008. And then I worked deep sea on mainly LNG RVs, regasification vessels, which are now called FSRU because they decided that that was cooler. I did that for 7 years, and then I also worked on all different multiple vessel types out of US flag. And then I got my captain's license and stopped sailing and started working on projects at Kongsberg in Norway. Well, maritime is driving really the whole world economy. There's no other main source of world trade, and there's a lot of things that are not equally dispersed around the world. So if you're talking about mineral resources or even food resources, as well as labor and manufacturing, there's not an even distribution of that globally. So not every country has the same access to the same resources. So in order to bolster a good world economy, you have to allow trade of those resources between multiple countries, and the most efficient way to do that is maritime. It's changed the way that we think about how to use some technology to support operations differently than they may have been done. It's really a difficult period for seafarers. Most of my family is seafarers now. Like my brother-in-law is at sea as captain right now. My husband was sailing for a long time, and now he's working as a technical superintendent. And my sister-in-law is also at sea right now. So it's been a big impact on when they're coming home, when they're going out. And I know a lot of seafarers are struggling with that right now. Well, I mean, we talk to them quite often. It's been a big change to have internet on a lot of ships from before, when I remember shared email boxes where everyone could read your email and you could send like one a day, and it changed every 12 hours. So the technology for that has changed a lot, and the companies are understanding that they kind of have to take care of their people there because it's really their best assets and resources. I think that it's really difficult actually to stay healthy and happy, especially when you don't have a defined timeline. Because I remember, you know, I was at sea 13 years really, and at the end of your contract, you're ticking down the days, and when it's extended to who knows when, that's really, really difficult for them to deal with. I think they have to understand that people ashore are trying to do what they can, but it's really the governments that are restricting the crew changes. I think that one of the key trends that's going to come out of this is a lot more remote operation to keep people from having to either come from shore to ship and possibly infect the ship, or come from ship to shore and possibly pick up something and bring it back to the ship. So there's a lot of technology that could be enabled for both remote pilotage. So the pilot could be piloting the vessel and giving vessel advice from nearby the vessel, or from another control station, where they can collaborate in much the same way that so many shore workers have been learning to use video conferencing and other things, but to have a live feed of vessel systems. That kind of technology can be enabled to help improve some of the transits. So there's a lot of research going on in these areas where we could do better than human to assist humans in their work, because this isn't necessarily about removing people from ships, it's about supporting the people better. Well, I think we need to be compassionate towards seafarers and know what their situation is and what's going on with them.